Yo, I need to buy some more of that shit. That's the fuck I need to be doing instead of bullshit. That like button, man. Come on, now. Alright, we gotta start it over. They on some bullshit with us already. Got my screen black. Hold on, man. Hey, we gonna have to start it over, y'all. YouTube always on some bullshit, man. We back. I thought we were ready to start it over. But yo, if you're an aspiring rapper, you know how you know back in the day, right? They used to say, if you ain't get on, maybe you just wasn't good enough. I don't think that was never the case. Or maybe you're just not a dummy. You understand what I'm saying? Cause it's starting to seem like, for the most part, dummies are the only ones that get signed. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you got any kind of intellect, any kind of common sense, you ain't getting on as a rapper. Fuck no, that's dead. They're looking for dumb niggas. You hear me? They're looking for Rilos and Boosies. Yeah, I mean they got the yo. If you don't fit that qualification, you ain't getting on, yo. So maybe you are a good rapper, and they just overlooking you because you're not easily manipulated. You know, you got common sense. It could be really something that simple, y'all. Because this Boosie situation and what the fuck he attempted to do is insane. The judge told the government yesterday hearing the only reason y'all bring the Chicago cases you're going to lose the LA case. Everybody laughed at the government. For real? It's obvious, bro. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it been no new updates. But you say so. The government told the prosecutors that the only reason you bring in the Chicago case is because you're gonna lose the LA case. I mean, he might get in trouble for that, bro. I don't know if he can make that statement. I don't know if you can say that. That's why what's it lawyer got I mean judge got in trouble for making a similar type statement. Alicia Andrews. That's why she got removed off the sentencing phase. She made a statement something to that effect. Yeah, I don't know if he could say that. But it's obvious what's going on in Durk case. But we're gonna get to Durk right now. We got to talk about Boosie, man. Then what the fuck made Boosie think he was gonna be able to pay to get a pardon, man? 600,000 is what's being reported. Man, hell yeah, that's why I started early. Boosie gave these people, these white boys, $600,000. Nigga, you could have gave that shit to me. The fuck, nigga, I'd have got you a pardon, nigga. Fuck you talking about? He just generate, just so being all generous and shit, just giving money away. The fuck wrong with that nigga, man? And this goes into cause people. So Angela Stanton actually is the one. Remember Boosie went to the White House? He went there off Angela Stanton word. Now he tried to go around her and fuck with these white boys. Cause he was thinking that the white boys was gonna get him in. Niggas dumb as shit. Yo, they're the biggest scammers. They are the biggest scam. Like, I don't know why do people have this infatuation for white people to where so they think that just because white is right, basically. And I don't got nothing against nobody. I'm talking about for the niggas that think that if I deal with the white people, everything gonna go smooth. Yo, that is like the furthest thing from the truth, especially in business. How many? We just watched Gilbert Arenas sell his platform and get fired. You heard me? Like, yo, anytime you do business with them people, yo, you gonna come up on a losing end, man. Gilbert Arenas got fired from a podcast that he started, man. Matter of fact, his whole team, get them all out of there. We rebuilding. I don't know if that was part of the deal or not, you know. But Boosie is a dumbass. What Boosie did was just as dumb as what Rilo did when Rilo thought he was gonna pimp the feds. Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, man. The only thing about that, right, is the case. He do got another case, but he did this before he was on any type of federal papers. So it ain't really, they can't really violate him or nothing like that. But it just goes to show how dumb these niggas is. Yo, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Move. And how desperate yo was. Like Boosie was only facing 2 years. Y'all remember we was on his heels, keep begging for a pardon. Like, why the fuck you keep begging for a pardon, bro? Like, go do your time, bro. Especially when it was evident, because it was in paperwork, that he was only facing 2 years. You know, I gave him the first couple times he did it. I'm like, yo, shit, if you can do it, do it. I mean, if you got a way to go around the system, yo, go around that bitch. As long as you ain't putting nobody else in jail. But once it came out that he was only getting 2 years max, and you still begging for a pardon, now I'm looking at you crazy, bro. Now I'm looking at him crazy because it's like, hey, Boosie needs to stop talking that gangster. I don't want to hear no more gangster shit from Boosie. Stop talking about rats. Stop talking about snitching. You can still talk about all that other shit, yo. But all this street gangster shit you talking, yo, because you ain't standing on it. And it's cool. You 40 plus. You ain't on that no more, bro. You paid $600,000 to avoid a 2-year prison sentence, bro. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You paid $600,000 to avoid a 2-year prison sentence, bro. Man, you're crazy. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. And then what makes it even worse? Is, yo, that is illegal, bro. How the fuck you gonna sue these people? Like, so now you got a lawyer. Whoever this lawyer is, he just taking your money. Because I don't see an avenue to, can you sue people for, can I get robbed of dope and sue a nigga for that shit? Somebody let me know in the comments, yo. Can somebody take my weed? I mean, my 20, 30, 40 pounds of weed. And I'd be like, man, fuck that. I know what I'm going to do. I got something for his ass, nigga. I'm going to sue his, I'm going to get my weed buddy back. No, I don't think you can do that, bro. And what makes Boosie's situation any different? Like you say, it's bribery. It's a crime. How you suing a nigga for a crime? No, you just got, take your lick, bro. You got, my nigga. Move on, nigga. Move on, yo. That's the fuck you get for trying to go around that black woman. She was trying to look out for you. Fuck that. If that's the case, if you can sue niggas for getting robbed, if that's the case, when you dealing in illegal activity, shit, niggas ain't got to retaliate with violence. Shit, take that shit straight to the court. Everybody survives. You feel me? The next time, if you a plug, and the next time you get robbed, man, just sue that nigga, man. Straight up, I want my money back. You ain't gotta drop no bread. You ain't got, man, you can stay home. He ain't got to die. Everything is everything. Just take him to court. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Serve his ass a lawsuit. Let Boosie tell it, you can do that shit. So, let's see what the fuck happened with this Boosie shit. Can't believe this nigga that fucking stupid. Hey, Chloe, get over here. Oh, not you. You go back where you was. Oh, I gotta write my screen off. Boosie TMZ. Hold on. Come on, y'all. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out. Ah, damn, man. What the fuck are you doing? Go, yo, go. I'm racing. That's why I'm racing y'all in the house. Y'all don't know how to stop. Yeah, it's a black mile. Oh shit, I done burnt my fucking thing. Yo, we clear, y'all. Make sure we clear. If we not clear, please say something, y'all. Do not be sitting over here and we not clear. You know Vlad laughing. You know that, Nene. Shit, I'm laughing. The fuck? That nigga stupid. Boosie TMZ pardon.
I got the latest for Boosie TMZ party. The first headline, from TMZ on MSN.com, is, Boosie Badass takes shots at defendant in Trump pardon lawsuit.
Alright, so let's see what the fuck happened. That nigga Boosie crazy as shit. So it says, the fuck, how you get this shit off the screen, man? They be killing me with all these fucking ads and shit. Alright. So it says, Boosie Badass sues after paying $600K for Trump pardon that never came. What's up, Marcus? Hey, bro. Lamar, yo, but it's illegal. Like I don't know if you can sign a contract for illegal activity, bro. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe maybe you can. It's 2026. Things got strange. You feel me? But I ain't think you can sign a contract for well, I ain't gonna say you can sign. Well, you can sign a contract for anything. But I don't think a contract would be legally binding of illegal activity. Like I said, shit. If motherfucking if you the pug and you get robbed, just sue the nigga. Get your money back. Take his ass to court. If that's the case, if that's what you can do, I don't know if you can do that, y'all. Yeah, that's what the fuck he get. It ain't even the fact that he got scammed by a scamming. It's the fact that, bro, you was only facing 2 fuckers, bro. Like, god damn, my nigga, 600K. All this gangster shit you been talking, all this gangster shit you have preached. Like I said, if it was the way, I never had a problem with Boosie begging for a pardon, and I think begging is the correct word to use. That nigga he went from asking to begging. You feel me? But it was a time in that pretrial phase where it was evident, because it was in writing. We read the shit where the judge was going to give him a max of 2 years. That's the max, and he went after that and was still begging. So now I'm like, damn, Boosie, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Like, you ain't facing a 5-piece. You ain't facing 10. You talking about 2 years, yo, and all that gangster shit you talk, yo. You gave a nigga 600,000. He's still around. I shared one of his videos on my If you want to subscribe to him, I shared one of his videos on my community. That was where my issue came in with Boosie. We might gotta get ready to go in, y'all, cause look like it's ready. Something ready to come out. Hold up. Ain't no walls nest up here, is it? Yup. Fucking walls. So them bitches put nests everywhere, bro. Sick of them bitches. It's only a little one. That bitch might not be active. Alright, so god damn. All right, so let's get to the lawsuit with Boosie is alleging. Boosie Badass says he paid big money for a presidential pardon, but now he's claiming all he got was a massive bill and an empty promise, and he wants a big refund. According to a bombshell, whatever report, the rapper is taking legal action against political operatives Jacob Wall and Jack Berkman after allegedly shelling out $600,000 to help secure a pardon from President Trump. One Boosie says never came. And like you reach out to these niggas, they probably far right racist. Like yo, Boosie wild, yo. Like yo, you just be going against everything you said you stood for, bro. And he don't even be realizing it. He don't even be realizing, yo, a lot of times, yo, Boosie go against everything he say he stand for. The report says Boosie, whose legal name is Torrance Hatch, struck a deal with the pair last fall after they picked themselves as as having major pull inside Trump's orbit. Boosie claims they were so confident they acted like they had the president of the United States on speed dial. You dumbass. Yo, you supposed to be from the streets, bro. Ain't no way you supposed to let these white boys trick you, man. Things allegedly escalated on New Year's Day when Boosie's lawyer got a call claiming Trump had already signed the pardon, and the White House just hadn't announced it yet. But according to the report, the pardon never surfaced. Boosie is now trying to recover $300,000 under a clause in the contract requiring half of the fee to be refunded if no pardon was delivered. Yo, that's how they lured them in. They lured them in like, we'll give you some money back, but they knew that this is illegal, bro. They knew that even this clause holds no barons, bro. It was illegal. It was illegal. I can't believe he even made this public. Like, you should have kept this shit to yourself, man. Certain things just better left kept to yourself. Like, we ain't even need to see this, bro. This shit just made you look like Rilo. This ain't no different than Rilo trying to pimp the feds, y'all. It's on the same level as stupid. Mm-hmm. Yup. Only thing is he might not, because technically he didn't bribe anybody, because I don't think they ever reached out to the president. Berkman and Wall allegedly refused to pay, arguing no refund agreement existed, and later claiming their firm was effectively broke after millions in fines tied to past legal troubles. Berkman tells TMZ Boosie had no reason to be unhappy. In 30 years of lobbying, I doubt we ever done more work and harder work. The provision in the contract he is referencing was never agreed to at all. The other fact is that Boosie's quest for a pardon was made much tougher by arrest for alleged crime of violence in Texas earlier this year. We tried very, very hard. Now, this crime in Texas had nothing to do with, they just saying shit. He paid y'all niggas fucking last January or something. The report also says White House officials flatly denied the duo had any role in the pardon process, saying the clemency team had never heard from Wall or Berkman, and warning their involvement would actually hurt someone's chances of getting a pardon. What the fuck? Hey, yeah, that's like some shit that Trump would tell him to say. No, Rilo tried to pimp the feds by trying to get this home. We went through Rilo situation the other day. We can go back through it again if you want. For now, Boosie's biggest legal battle isn't a pardon. It's getting his money back. Yeah, he ain't getting no money back. No, we went through Rilo's situation the other day, y'all. Rilo, Atlanta lawyer asked Josha disbarred.
According to justice.gov, for more information about a practitioner's disciplinary history, click on the hyperlink date. To determine whether a practitioner has been previously disciplined, click on this link for the list of previously disciplined practitioners.
This is why Rilo's a rat. Rallo is a rat because Rallo gave his lawyer up, gave his phone up. Oh, all right, yeah, send it to me. Send it to me. Cause I tried to go through Freckle Face Sean paperwork and I couldn't go through it, bro. All his shit, sealed. Yeah, send that to me. Yeah, we can run that. Cause Rallo, I'm about sick of his ass. But this is another reason why he's a rat. He represented Rallo, and he wasn't his attorney. Rallo gave up his phone that led to this man and his getting investigated. And he was part of the marijuana business. That's why Rallo a rat. Rallo got this lawyer disbarred because he gave up his phone. So basically, what happened is Manny Jones, who ended up getting arrested, was Ash Joseph business partner. When Rallo gave up his phone, they found out that Ash Joseph owned a marijuana farm, and then found out that Manny Jones was his motherfucking was his business partner, and that was the one that was hitting Rallo. Now Rallo was able to get away with saying he didn't tell on nobody because Manny Jones is dead, and Ash Joseph is I doubt if he got any interest in it. You hear this man was a fucking attorney. He represented Gucci Mane. Yeah, but send that shit to me. You know, because he denied that Freckle Face Sean shit. You know, he posted a conversation that he supposed to have with Freckle Face Sean. But Boosie dumbass. And NBA Youngboy, I told y'all NBA Youngboy the police, y'all. We gonna get to him next. We gonna get to him next. Telling y'all about that boy. Keep trying to motherfucking put people in criminal predicaments. So Boosie calls out Laura Loomer, Speaker Mike Johnson, Erica Kirk, and others by name, demanding they come clean about their role in the 600K pardon scam. Like, yo, look at this nigga, yo. Like, you don't even belong in this picture. He fucking stupid ass, yo. I can't believe Boosie that goddamn dumb, yo. How do some of these niggas be surviving the streets being so fucking stupid? Yo, could it be honest, yo, in order to survive the streets? Well, I know at least Baltimore streets, yo, you gotta have some level of intelligence, yo. Or you ain't gonna make it out that bitch. For real. You ain't gonna make it. I don't know how Boosie's able to survive, yo. Because he ain't really got it. He ain't really got it all. Look, Lil Lima, Mike Cernovac, Jack, whatever, Erica Kirk, Mike Johnson, Nancy Mace, Andy Biggs. Can the names above please make a truthful statement about having contact or no contact with Berkman and Wall? About my pardon process. 600K was taken from me with your names mentioned in emails by these people. Thanks. Them people ain't got nothing to do with that shit, boo. Boosie boo. People probably don't even know them niggas. They probably showed that man some edited pictures. Some what the fuck you call that shit? What you call it, yo? Some Photoshop pictures of them together. Old time, they don't know that. They don't know them people, man. Boosie responds to the criticism.
You know they got ignorant ass niggas. My DM telling me I broke the code. Telling me I got down on the white people.
Nah, I don't think he broke the code. I just think he dumb as a motherfucker. Hold on, where the fuck the video at?
You know they got ignorant ass niggas in my DM telling me I broke the code.
Free smirk.
Telling me I got down on the white people. Nigga, this ain't no gangster shit. Ain't nobody pulling no straps on me, nigga.
And no, it is some gangster
This is
shit.
a contract.
No, Boosie. No. We ain't doing that. It is some gangster shit. It is most definitely some gangster. Yo, they robbed you of 600K, nigga. I don't think it get no more gangster than that. Now, I see what he's saying. You know, it ain't like no Boosie Pooh Shiesty situation where niggas up joints on them. But a robbery is a robbery. Or rather, strong arm, you know, forcibly, with a firearm, you know, manipulation is still robbery, bro. And I'm questioning if these guys was black, would he still go about it this way? If these weren't white guys and these guys was black, I don't know if Boosie would carry it like this, yo. I don't know, yo. I don't know. I think he might, you know. I don't know. It's a little, you know, just a question. You know, I think he should have to answer. If these guys was black, would you go about it this way? Or would you, you know, would it be some street shit then? I can't stand that big ass Durk. What's up, Benji? That like button, y'all. Share the live. Let's get some people on here, man. You two playing with us.
If you don't abide by the contract, you get sued, nigga. That's business. That's how this shit go. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. It's just like a record contract. If you sign a contract and if you don't abide by that contract, you get sued. Y'all think I'm too gangster to sue motherfucker. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers, dog. Nigga, you don't abide by that contract, your ass get sued. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers.
Yo, this nigga think he making sense. Bro, this shit was illegal. Boosie, like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, yo, you got robbed twice. Your lawyer just robbed you, my nigga. Like, you didn't just get robbed by them. You just got robbed by your attorney. This is illegal activity, bro. That contract means nothing. That's why they signed the bitch. What the fuck you mean? That's why they made it so good for him. Even gave him a provision that says, look, if you don't get the part week, you have the money back. Knowing good and goddamn well that this agreement is non-binding because it's illegal. Like, yo, he really think he gonna go in front of a judge and basically admit to participating in the bribing of a public official, and the judge gonna side with him? Yo, that shit illegal, bro. You ain't getting no bread back. We'll see. I told you, yo, next time nigga rob you, yo, just take him to court, yo. You ain't gotta take no life, y'all. If you out here in the streets and you get robbed, take the nigga to court. Fuck it. That's with Boosie rationale. You can do that now. No, as long as you got a contract. You know, it gotta be a contract. You fuck around, do get a charge for that.
Motherfucker. You know they got.
Man, Boosie tripping, man. Man, they said they ain't got no money. They say that part was never even agreed to. That's what they said. So this is Boosie's response to them that we just read. Shut your lying ass up talking about this stuff in Houston. Messed up the party. You was sued in March. This happened at the end of May. Don't start lying now. I gave you 3 months to send me my money back. Talking about Trump signed the party. Got me running around the damn house jumping. Saying you just talked to the president. You played with the wrong one. I'm suing y'all in federal court. Now, Party's game out the 9 victims y'all got this year. I was the wrong one. See, the other people ain't sued because they know they don't got no grounds. Where the fuck that dog go at? All right. They know they don't got no grounds. It was illegal, bro. Somebody should have told you, man. Yo, this is because I'm tell you why Boosie be in these type of situations. Cause Boosie don't want to listen to nobody. Boosie one of them niggas, and I can tell, and I think it's evident and obvious that Boosie one of them niggas that think he knows every motherfucking thing. So he probably got a group of niggas around him that sit around and watch him make mistakes and say nothing. Because Boosie the type of nigga that'll send you home if you question him. So now he got Yes Man. He created the Yes Man can be created, y'all. You can find. What the fuck is this? Hold on, y'all. People was relentless, y'all. I'm sitting there telling people I'm busy, he's still talking. Like, God damn, bro, hold up. Let me hit me in like 2 hours. Um, yo, Boosie dumb as shit. Like, Shorty needs some better people around him, man. But like I was saying, yo, before I was interrupted by this guy talking about renewable energy. Yo, you can create Yes Man, yo. You can find Yes Man and you can also create them. Guys like Boosie create Yes Men. Cause yo, a lot of niggas, you know me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what need to be said, yo. And if you don't fuck with me after that, fine. You feel me? But I ain't gonna sit around and watch a fucking plane crash and just, watch it burn afterwards. No, hell no. But some niggas, in order to stay around the bag, they just say nothing. You feel me? Watch a nigga make all the mistakes, knowing that I don't know if you should do that. I don't think that's gonna turn out right. And just by the threat of you, removing them from your circle, they just be quiet. You feel me? And I think Boosie has that around him, yo, because of how he treats the people around him. Like he be doing dumbass shit, saying dumbass shit, like the Vlad situation. The Vlad situation, that was dumb, bro. Not him saying that he wanted a pay raise, but his reasoning behind wanting a pay raise. I mean, the reason behind him wanting to pay raise, it didn't make logical sense, bro. It didn't make business sense. You feel me? Now you got a situation where you suing a nigga for basically illegal activity, and people is coming at you about it, and you standing on it like you're not ready to win this suit. I would be shocked. If he win anything from this lawsuit, I'm gonna be the first nigga to upload a video and say, hey, I was wrong. But I never heard of no situation like that where you are suing somebody after you try to do something illegal, yo, and it works. I never know. Like I said, if that's the case, sue the plug. The plug sell you some garbage, sue his ass. Fuck that. You ain't gotta bring him no violence, no robberies, no nothing. Just sue him. Take him to court. I need my money back, yo. Motherfucker gave me motherfucking 2 ounces of motherfucking sheetrock. You feel me? He gave me 2 ounces of sheetrock. I need my money back. I'm taking your ass to court. Y'all can't hear me. Y'all hear me now? Basically what I was saying is Boosie created Yes Man. Oh, you two be playing with my fucking lives. Let it be. Oh, alright. Boosie created Yes Man, yo. And he did that, yo, by disrespecting his friends, man. And a lot of these dudes that just sit around you and not say nothing because of the threat of them getting removed from the inner circle is enough to keep them quiet. And based on how Boosie be moving, I think he got that around him, yo. Because the last few public situations that he had, it didn't make no sense. Like, prime example in this case, yo, you suing a man for some illegal shit. I don't see an avenue for that. Like, to me, it's the equivalent of if a nigga sell you 3 ounces of sheetrock, don't rob him, don't kill him, sue his ass. It's all like, what makes it different? What makes it different, y'all? It's all illegal. You can't bribe a public official, bro. It don't matter what the contract say. So if I got a contract with a nigga about some work, yeah, man, we got a binding agreement, yo. You gonna give me the high quality marijuana every time I come. And I come and I get some garbage, and I be like, yo, look, yo, I need you to take this back. And you be like, nah, fuck no. You should be able to take him to court. Like, look, Your Honor, we signed a contract that for 3 years he was only gonna give me the best of the best. I need my money back. And I'm suing for punitive damages as well. Man, judge gonna look at you crazy, bro. That shit illegal, man. That shit illegal as a motherfucker. Boosie gotta tighten up. Chloe, come on, get from under me, man. Making all that noise. But so Angela Stanton is actually the one. Remember when Boosie went to the White House? He went to the White House, and Angela Stanton is the one that put Boosie on. Look. So you had this black woman who took you to the White House. Why y'all? They always do that, Cherry Pie. For some reason, I mean, they just like being under me. You try to go around this woman. Because, why? Why did you try to go around her, yo? I would much rather have dealt with her than to deal with them. But this is the mentality of niggas think when you do business with white people, like Gillian Wallow. This is the Gillian Wallow effect. They think that doing business with other races is somehow better than doing business with your own. He thought white was right. So look, so she commented, here's a lesson for our community. White isn't always right. And favor doesn't have a skin color. The wildest part, after they took your money, they reached out to me. Boosie, I had your back from the beginning. You even recorded a song with RFK for me. I'm genuinely sorry this happened to you. And thank you for the box of potato chips you donated to Auntie Angie's house. Let this be a reminder. Nobody is coming to save our community but us. We have to stop overlooking our own while chasing the illusion that someone else has better access, better answers, or more value simply because of skin color. I agree. Boosie's stupid as shit. And yo, it's just like, yo, sometimes, right? Sometimes, yo, you just gotta admit you fucked up. You know? It's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think Boosie has accountability issues. You know, he never holds himself accountable for nothing he does, yo. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Like, you're a grown man, bro, 40 plus, bro. You made a bad move. You made a bad move, yo. Now you made this shit public, and the whole internet is shaming you for the stupidity. And instead of you saying, yeah, you right, yo, they got me. They got me. You right. He's sitting here making excuses for this shit. No, yo, they got you. Yo, you tried to jump the fence. Yeah, he could be. He right, he could be. Could be a narcissist. You try to jump the line, bro. And yeah, you paid for it. You dumb ass. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Even with the Vlad shit, like, so you vouch for Vlad for all these years. All these years you vouch for Vlad, yo. When the whole community, yo, said Vlad was this, Vlad was that. You stood behind Vlad. 10 toes. Only for Vlad to stop fucking with you because of your wild requests as far as money. And then start fucking with Charleston White. After years and years and years and years of him basically blackballing Charleston White for you, he stopped fucking with you and started fucking with Charleston White. And now got you looking crazy. And he still hasn't really properly addressed that. Niggas got pics, bro. Boosie out here going outside. That's why I said If you are an aspiring rapper that got overlooked, you know, you got the style, you got the wordplay, and you just ain't getting on, maybe it's because you're not a dummy, yo. Because it seems like in this industry, they prey on dumb niggas. They prey on ignorant niggas. So maybe, yo, you just got a certain level of intellect where they know that they can't control you and manipulate you. So they ain't fucking with you. It could be something simple as that, yo. It ain't always you ain't putting in enough work. Because it's starting to look like they target niggas. Dumbass niggas. But enough of Boosie. We got other business. NBA Youngboy, y'all. NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy disses Gilly. I had thought about killing Gilly, but that bitch ain't killed nothing about his son. Just get out the feds. Just get out the feds. You talking murders with your police ass. Remember Durk said that about Shorty?
Run all business on business to all my hoes like they should dance. Had thought about killing, get it, but that bitch ain't killing about his son. I got men's on men's, go tell my house I already done won. Had granted mellow wishes, this bitch gon' play me like I was a pun. When I pull up, they running and jumping them fences, I'm throwing bombs like a run all business.
Yo. What is that? What is Youngboy doing, yo? Why? I thought he was a young street nigga. Like, what kind of bar was that? Like, what kind of response was he expecting? You know, because typically, you know, if he dealing with somebody in his age bracket, you know, they'd go live and be like, man, fuck you, man, we did get back. You know how these young boys is. It's like, what you trying to trick the boy off the streets or something like that? What you doing, bro? Like, what? I don't get that. You thought about killing Gilly, but he ain't killed nothing for his son. But if he did, would you know? You know, is that information that should be divulged to the internet? Man, I think Youngboy the police. I've been saying Youngboy the police before anybody on this internet. A lot of people starting to say the same thing. I've been saying Youngboy the police since motherfucking 2021. You feel me? For real. I've been calling that boy the police, and I believe that he is working with them people somehow. I mean, I don't know what level, but I told y'all when Youngboy caught that case in Miami with the T Grizzly shit. Remember, he was on 10 years probation, or he was on some type of probation, but he had 10 years to back up for the shooting that happened in Baton Rouge when he was a juvenile that he got charged for as an adult. They locked him up for the T Grizzly shit in Miami. They said it was T Grizzly. That's public information. With a bail, the valet guy got killed. The judge said he was going to jail. Like, I can't see opportunity, a situation where he's not going to jail. He's set for maybe 3 months. In the process of him sitting for 3 months, NBA Big B went to prison. Lil Pat went to prison for the G Money shit. And then Youngboy comes home. He didn't just come home. He came home and the judge canceled the rest of his probation. Then he caught the case in Baton Rouge and he been on a box for 4 fucking years. I don't trust him, nigga. I don't trust him. You got all these rappers and all these Ricos and all this shit going on in the industry. And he just eludes all of it. It looked like to me, and this is me being honest, it looked like they was protecting him, man. It does. It does. Durk go to jail, Youngboy come home. Just look a little odd, y'all. Now, Gilly responded to this.
I don't respond to shit with fuck it, you sell it, go get your gun. You hear me? I'm not. Neff, let me just tell you something, okay?
What's up, though?
I'm an old school nigga, man. All right? We don't say what we was gonna do on the internet and all that type of shit. That's kid shit. You know what I mean? Like if you was gonna do something, you would have done it. Don't, you know. So Neff, that's rap music, man. You know,
that's like
rappers make rap music. Rappers make rap music, man. That's all it is, man. It ain't nothing, man. I don't feel no type of way. You can't make me feel some type of way mentioning my son. I already come to grips with what happened, bro. That don't. What you think you going? That don't make sense, bro. I already came to grips.
That's why I'm laughing, because I'm like, you somewhere on the rocks and shit.
I'm not threatened.
Yep. You just gotta laugh at this shit. That's what.
Bro. You're younger than my youngest child, man. Sometimes you take too much of that shit, man. You know what I mean? You can't come down off that shit. Man, be alright. I don't respond to shit with Vaughn. Fuck it, you suck it, go get your gun. You hear me? I'm not. Neff, let me just tell you something, okay?
What's up, though?
I'm an old school nigga, man. All right? We don't say what we was gonna do on the internet and all that type of shit. That's kid shit. You know what I mean? Like if you was gonna do something, you would have done it. Don't, you know. So Neff, that's rap music, man.
That's like
rappers make rap music. Rappers
Yeah,
make
I don't
That's all it
understand.
is, man. It ain't nothing, man. I don't feel no type of way.
I don't understand his motive. I don't.
$1 question is what?
So look, this another dude. I don't know who he is, but he going in on him, calling the police.
Youngboy, explain this to me. How the fuck you know Gilly ain't do nothing about his son? When the niggas who killed his son dead, you did the same shit to
Durk.
Durk them. Talking about you ain't kill shit about your cousin them. This nigga the fucking police. What they supposed to do? Why the fuck is you saying their name about killing? Y'all be steady dick eating this police ass nigga, bro. This nigga the fucking police. This nigga got the biggest voice in the world talking about fucking bodies. Fuck is wrong with this nigga? This nigga the fucking police and you niggas steady dick ride this police ass nigga who all the way across the fucking planet talking about niggas killing. What the fuck? Y'all niggas is blind. This nigga the police.
Yeah, I think he the police
Youngboy,
too, yo.
explain this to me.
I do,
How
y'all.
the fuck?
I think he the police. I think it's obvious. I think a lot of shit that goes on with him don't make sense. I think, yeah, he was. I think that him catching that little ass bit of time for everything he got caught with didn't make sense. I think the fact that he got a part, Youngboy has influence, y'all, and we talk about influence a lot on this channel. Influence is enough to send them people knocking at your door, man. And I think they grabbed Youngboy early. Like, I don't know on what level. I don't know if he working for him or he just protected by him. You know, because they need him to keep fueling this bullshit. You feel me? But I think he been under them people watch for a very, very long time. That's why he was on the box so long. I think part of the reason he was on the box for 4 years, they was keeping his ass safe. They knew Durk and them was on his heels. Based off of what they saying about Durk now, I think they was investigating Durk and they realized that I think they kept that boy safe. I think they kept that boy safe. Oh yeah, if he ever cross him, yeah, they coming to get him. No, that should go. I think that's why they hit him with that Utah case. Probably, that's how them people operate, man. That's why you don't never get in bed with them people, because they're they'll work with you for years, and the minute you try to separate, here come the indictment. You feel me? Here the indictment come. It's just like a way of keeping you under control. If we can keep a case on you, we can keep you under watch. That's how the feds operate. That's why a lot of informants stay in and out of jail and shit. Gotta keep them niggas under some type of indictment. Now, it's this other guy over here explaining the beef, because I don't even know what's his beef with Gilly. I guess he explained. Is this him?
NBA Young Ho. Homie, you.
Not him. I don't know who he is. Well, I don't even know who this other guy is, but he supposed to be explaining the issues. Fuck is it at?
$1 question is, what went left with NBA Youngboy and Gilly the Kid? Because I mean, realistically, I watched that interview. I thought him and Wallow had a great moment, and they kind of like, it was cool. Like, it was a cool little like type of moment. So where did it absolutely go left? And then I guess my next question is for NBA Youngboy fans is like, what's too much? When do you overstep the line? Like, is this a little too much, or is if it's just smoke, it's smoke for whoever? I don't got no picks, in which I can give NBA Youngboy credit for that one. It seems like if he got beef with you, he ain't picking and choosing. He don't sit here and like kind of like fear nobody or giving anybody the free
deal. The deal that Youngboy signed, they gave him like 2 years, and they gave him some time served off the box. Not all of it, but they gave him some time served off the box. And that Utah case he had 2 cases in Utah. He ended up just having to pay a fine. Yeah, right. He had to pay a fine for both of them. I don't trust him, man. I don't. I know a lot of people love him, and I know people don't like to hear nothing negative about him, but I got to keep it real, man. It's something off. Something is very off with him. Most people willing to sacrifice because of what he can do for their career, but he can't do shit for me. And if he could, I don't want it because I don't trust him.
free smoke, he gonna give it to whoever. But it's kind of just maybe I'm a little bit older and I'm being naive to the situation. I feel like, yeah, you kind of dragging it with like Gilly's son, unless Gilly did something egregious behind the scenes that we don't know about. Because again, that's kind of one of the conversations he was saying about Future. I seen his live when he was saying Future be doing some funny business towards him behind the scenes that people may not know. Because I'm sure for most people who not really tapped in, you kind of was like, all right, well, why him and Future got beef, or why he shooting at Future right now? Like, it kind of didn't make no sense, and I almost feel the same way with Gilly, but maybe it's
and I'm not one of the ones that go the money route. I'm saying, well, he got money. A lot of niggas got money, yo. Diddy fucking got way more money than Youngboy, and you see what the fuck they did to him. Like, money only gets you out of so much trouble. Like, it was so much going. At one point, it was so much going on around his name. You thought an indictment was inevitable. And nothing never happened. Everybody around him went to jail, though. And the way they passing out RICOs, it's like, dang, how the fuck they just jump over yo? And I'm saying I want him to get a RICO. I'm just saying shit don't look right. It's just like, fucking, what's the calm? Jay Prince and them. You feel me? Like, I do these videos and say this, yo, for the people that's in their circle, yo, to be like, yo, you better start questioning these boys, man. For real. Like, I don't give a fuck what benefit a group got for me, yo. If I'm looking around when shit seems strange, I'm backing away. Fuck that. I'm not ready to be the sacrificial lamb, because what happens is everybody else will go to jail, and then except for him. I've seen it happen before with niggas. Just on a block, just on some, everybody going to jail except for the big guy. The guy that that you would think would be the number one suspect stays free, and all the runners is in and out. Like a fucking revolving door. I don't trust that shit. Yo, but we gotta talk about Mama Duck, yo. And I don't really like talking about Mama Duck, yo, because I know she like a grieving mother. But it's like, yo, at some point, Mama Duck, like, you got to start taking accountability, yo, for something. Like, she's starting to get like Boosie for real. They need to do a podcast together or something. Right. And look, and Charlie Pie had a conversation with somebody about the Utah shit because they were saying, yo, he wanted to go to Utah. Nah, nigga, he didn't want to go to Utah. They made him go to Utah. They wasn't gonna give him a bond unless they sent them to Utah. Like, who the fuck goes to Utah? Nobody. He probably the only nigga in Utah. But so Mama Duck, and it's not in the title, but I meant to put it in the title, but you know you only can use 99 characters. Is on No Jumper right now, man. And yo, she ain't taking no accountability for her son, yo. Mama Duck on why King Von was obsessed with killing her son.
Because when Jay Press reached out to Sony, that's how I got broke
Like,
down.
oh, she paints Duck out to be like, it's like somebody gotta tell her, yo. Like, I don't know if she doing this shit just to remain relevant, you know, to keep getting interviews, but come on now, mama, like, you can't keep doing this shit. You know, and I ain't talked about Mama Duck in a while because I really don't even like talking about her because I understand the situation. But, you know, we got a lot of this in our community, you know, where parents or, you know, single mothers didn't necessarily raise their kids right. And their kids be menaces to society out this bitch. Or just be in the mix. And then something happened to them and they just play victim. Nah, yo, you stop doing that shit.
Even in Duck's situation, Duck can hear a nigga say something, and then he made Chicago Legends, and then a nigga say something, he get mad and get triggered
With the music.
and then he'll make that bitches.
So you think Duck wasn't mad? He and a mainstream star got a whole lookalike of him in a video. You rich? Why is you still talking about some broke motherfuckers? Right?
Because he knew.
Let's think about
Beef is good for marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Adam 22 is trying to help her push this. You know, she got a lawsuit out against King Von family. So they trying to push this narrative that King Von was coming after Duck because it was good for marketing. I think King Von just ain't fuck with them niggas. Like, I don't think marketing played any role in any of King Von's decision making. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't think when he was going at 60-30, oh, this shit great for marketing. I don't know, he ain't like them niggas. Cause if it was about marketing, he'd have let him survive. You know, it had never got to a point where guns was involved. And people it had never got to that point because we can market this shit forever. We both can get rich. This shit wasn't marketing. This shit was real. This shit was personal. It wasn't nothing marketing about this, man. Now if it can make money in the process, that's cool too. But I can't stand you niggas. And I think the feelings was mutual. But she just, I don't know, man. Right.
And that's why Durk didn't want to patch it up either.
But you couldn't beef with nobody that was in it. And when you did beef with a motherfucker who had just as much as money as you.
You see what? Damn, that's deep.
That's not deep, yo. That's not really the case. Yeah, I mean, like, I can see if they were at war, like it was body at the body dropping. That shit was really the King Von shit at that time. That shit was an isolated incident, yo. That was isolated. That was some shit. King Von beef with Youngboy was about clout. That's all it was, yo. Clout. I seen a video with Trap Lil Ross talking about they was beefing about who had the most bodies. Like, yo, what the fuck do he be talking about? Like, King Von was obviously clout chasing. Youngboy had the name. Youngboy had the image. Youngboy had the fan base. And King Von wanted it. That's all it was, yo. King Von looked at Youngboy like, yo, this nigga ain't like that for real. I'm like that. So why the fuck is he getting the attention? So he set out to prove that, yo, he ain't like that. And, you know, it ain't go his way.
That happened.
Nah,
It's not nothing
nah,
I'm
that's
making
real.
up.
Do you feel like, in a sense, King Von was also helping Duck out while he's being
How was
famous?
he? Well, look.
Because
I'm
him
telling
being
you
at the
that.
height of his career,
But
he's
see,
dissing.
Duck would have been famous too if it wasn't for the blackballing. It's not like, no, they picked a side. They picked a side.
But one thing I will say is King Von
The
is,
fans.
Yo, she just do not accept nothing, yo. Like, yeah, he did help him out as well. Yeah, he helped him out. I didn't even know who Duck was until King Von started dissing him. Yeah, I think he would have passed him up too. All King Von had to do was be patient. That's all he had to do, y'all. Was be patient and keep dropping. He was gonna get there. But King Von wasn't a rapper. I don't really think King Von was similar to like a Davion Murphy. Like King Von was gonna be cool no matter how shit went. Like it wasn't no way he was gonna ever have a blossoming career rapping. You know, because he was too emotionally attached to the streets. That's what really be getting niggas, yo. The emotional attachment. You know, so it take years to break that shit. That's why when you got people like Trap Lord Ross or even Mama Duck talking about, oh, we millionaires. Yo, King Von was only a millionaire for 2 years. He was a street nigga for 15. Like, it took King Von another 10 years, yo, to get out that mentality, man. Yeah, she's still suing their estate. I don't think she's gonna win that. They trying to help her push that narrative that it was marketing. No, that shit was real beef, yo. And he wasn't no victim in this shit.
Pick the
What's
side.
up, cuz?
But Vaughn made Duck famous in a way that Durk didn't. Dirk might have been beefing with him, but he wasn't like putting a fake version of his music video.
Why? He was even telling
Yo,
Von at one
What
point,
the
stop
fuck is you
mixing.
doing?
Stop talking about him. We rich. We don't need them broke ass niggas. I'm saying, like.
But Vaughn was a lot more aggressive about using beef to market the music than Dirk was.
So are you saying? So is it safe to say that you do agree that the beef is behind the music? The music is for marketing, like the beef is a marketing strategy.
Which was the basis of your lawsuit.
Right. No, I'm saying period.
I mean, for the most part, yeah. Look,
Period.
they use the music to market and sell.
I mean, but I'm just saying, common sense. Do y'all know if you talk about dead people, you gonna get like, common? You can. I would tell my son, please don't do that. You say, Mom, they keep on talking about my brother.
Look, listen to this victim shit. Yo, she gotta stop doing this, yo. I swear, yo, this aggravates me every time she does it, yo. And I be trying to avoid her. Like, why, yo, Duck was not a victim. Mama Duck. Damn, yo, like, yo, this shit it aggravates me, yo. Because this is a major problem, yo. Like, literally. Outside, yo, this is a problem in our community, yo, where we got people that's not raising their kids right, and they become victims of violence, and then you play victim online, or just be a victim in general. Like, no, fuck no. That nigga was dissing too. It don't matter if he dissed first or second. If he ain't want nothing to do with this shit, he could have fucked that shit, man. It's marketing. They giving me clout. That's what King Yell and all them fuck boys do. You can say anything to them niggas. They don't give a fuck. You feel me? Like, nah, yo, Duck still had the street mentality just like a lot of people. Or not even the street mentality. He still was standing on what he thought was right like a lot of people. He didn't succumb completely to this internet and this clout chasing shit where he was willing to allow people to say the wildest things. But we didn't say it. We didn't say niggas run plays where they talk about people dead, fat. They running plays. They both trying to market and get interviews off of it. He wasn't one of them. So it don't matter what happened. If he was completely on some I don't want nothing to deal with it shit, he could have just let him keep dissing, yo, and keep putting out music and keep coming up. Because he would have kept coming up. As much as they diss, he could have looked at it like, yo, shit, that shit blowing me up. Fuck it, nigga, diss on. But that's not what he did. He wanted smoke because he was legitimately upset, and there was a history behind everything that was going on, and he was involved in it. But for her to keep getting on here, acting like he just was this innocent fucking person in it all, and all of this, it's like, come on, man, Duck, you wrong, man. And this is out of respect. Like, I ain't trying to be disrespectful. This coming from a place of me caring about our people. Like, you gotta stop this shit, man.
Keep talking about my brother.
All right, so also that's powerful too. So when you hearing took it to the O and you hearing the brick line,
Hey, he got the professional video. Like, he
yeah,
get
what was your take when you first heard that song? You heard the references to your son. This is a charting song. Took it to the O. He's mentioning brick.
He say picked up. He merged
pick
it
up
on
a brick,
brick.
merged it on brick, and threw it at his whip. Or
when I didn't know the song until I heard him say the bitch got 4 missed calls from her mama and 6 calls from Duck. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This ain't doing nothing. Okay, but it was all entertaining.
Well, that's how you should have took it. You should have said, son, guess what? King Von messaged you in the song. That's what you should have said. That nigga should have texted. If it was marketing, he should have texted King Von and said, thank you. Appreciate it, bro. You blowing me up.
To me, it wasn't that serious to Duck. He could have got some broke motherfuckers to do that. I'm just saying, just think about it.
Why do you think Von wanted your son dead? Like, out of everybody,
that
why do you hate?
picture? That Rap-A-Lot picture.
So you feel like the Rap-A-Lot picture was
when
the
he
main?
Posted, the day that Los bought that car. This ain't no coincidence. The day Los bought that car, my son posted a picture with Easy. You know, one of the A&Rs from Rap-A-Lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there at the phone call when he was on the phone with Jay Press. It happened in my house. I was right there.
Well, that would have been a horrible move anyway. Like, you should be happy he ain't signed with Rap-A-Lot. Like, you see what the fuck they doing to artists? You feel me? Like, he was ready to stall him. Put him on the shelf. Rap-A-Lot ain't interested in fucking doing nothing for no rappers. Look at Finesse 2 Times, Honeycomb Break. Anybody that signed to Rap-A-Lot musically in the last 10 to 10 years ain't go nowhere. So you should be happy he ain't signed with Rap-A-Lot. Like, that ain't no motherfucking flex. Yeah, he definitely didn't. Yo, it's about the art of war, yo. I can't let you get on, man. That's why I'm saying it wasn't marketing. Because if it was marketing, similar to how some people say that Julio Fulio death fucked up Young Nig's career. They was beefing and they both was coming up. But it wasn't marketing. Because the beef was real. So this wasn't marketing. It was no way. If I'm beefing with you, I can't let you get to the point where we even on the same level. Fuck no. Can't let that happen. I'll be a fool. Now you got just as much access and resources as me. Now we playing on an even playing field. Oh, fuck no. And you fuck around, move from Chicago, and then make it harder for me to catch up with you. That's why Duck had to go.
And my baby words to Jay Press was like, just get me out that contract. Get me out that contract. Which is the contract he thought was with Sony, but it was with Manny, because when Jay Press reached out to Sony, that's how it got broke down. We don't have a contract with Sony. With Duck, we have a contract with Clout Boy Inc., which is the label that from word of mouth that Manny made Duck sign some contract to present to them to make it look legit.
So you think Von seen that?
All them did.
No, but all right. So you saying
if he had the 50,000 at first, because it was already in the street that it was 50,000 put on.
Yeah.
After that day, it went up to the 100. What other 50?
In the sense of like, all right, this nigga about to make some money off rap. We need to get him gone before this nigga get guns. And
if that GD ass motherfucker got some money, how they was getting money,
then they gonna be on it and popping.
They ain't got no other choice but to squash the beat, or just because he was gonna get money regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it had to be something like before, because the music, there was the music side of that. But then it's like, what went down for them in high school where there's so much hate for King Von? And
I don't know.
It's
I ain't going back. My brain ain't going back that goddamn far.
Man, you know
I don't know why them kids. I know I had to go get me and my brother had to go get Duck one day because he was fighting.
Yo, like,
I found out.
Yeah, yo, like Benji, that shit be bothering me, man. Stop that shit, man. Stop it. And yo, she making it. Yo, she's never gonna get over this. And I know that sounds crazy, yo, but at some point in life, you know, life moves on. I mean, you forgive. I mean, you never forget, yo, but you gotta move on. It's like she is stuck in like 2013, 14, 15. And it's like, Mama Duck, you gotta move past that shit, man. Like the more and more, like it gotta get to a point where on these interviews, don't ask me about my son. Ask me about what I got going on. You feel me? Or if you want to hear about my son, don't ask me about my son pertaining to any beef. But it's hard for her to do that because that's what her son was about. But she gets on these platforms over and over and over and over and over again and paint him out like he was a fucking straight A college student. Like he was on his fucking way to Yale.
It was an altercation with some people he was hanging with and he was hanging with. So me and my brother, we went and got Duck. You see the Courtney from TYMB video, the twin? Did you see his interview he did? And he'll tell you himself, Duck their mama walked them to school every day. They wasn't out here. She had Duck mama didn't play. She came and picked them kids up and walked them to school.
That's a good point. King Von mother and Durk mother know exactly what their kids involved in. They ain't complaining about nothing. You know what I mean? Even Julio Fulio mother to a certain extent. You can't complain, man. Like you sitting there like come on now. We heard the music. And she wants to paint this picture. Oh, it was just music. Yo, well, music hurts. Yo, we heard Davion Murphy say his grandmother had a heart attack. His aunt had a stroke after listening to Julio Fulio diss their fucking nephew and grandson. Or son and grandson. Music has meaning, man. And y'all know I've said on numerous occasions, yo, when you dissing the dead, it puts you on the same level as the person that killed them. And at this point, before Duck died, it was numerous examples of niggas dying from dissing. So why is she sitting back acting like he didn't know or he wasn't aware what he was doing when he was doing it? He just this innocent victim that got that. Nah, fuck no. No. We not doing that, man. Gotta stop doing that shit.
Every day. Sure did. That ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
Do you know about the rumor that Duck and I guess Butter and some other people supposedly beat up Von on the bus?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about
that? I don't know. I just know what I know.
She know about everything everybody else did. You know about everything everybody else did. But whenever Duck name come up in some bullshit, I don't know about that. You know what Durk did, though. You know what King Von did. She know what everybody else did. But whenever Duck name come up, I don't know. I don't know. Well, what the fuck is that then? So you know about all these other people's children, but you don't know nothing that your child did? What the fuck does that, what does that mean? And like I said, yo, this is coming from love, yo, of my black people. So I don't want this to get confused, like, of anything but that. But this gotta stop, yo, because this is aggravating. And it's hurting us. Because so many people do this. Child a whole menace out this bitch. And I ain't even talking about Duck, I'm just talking about previous situations. Child be a whole menace. It's like, when the kid get in trouble in school, you got a badass child. They get in trouble in school, then Mama Duck will be the parent that go up there and cuss out the teachers. Instead of holding that child accountable, she be the parent that go up that bitch and cuss out the teacher. Nah, man, stop that shit, man.
No, and I don't know nothing about that, but hey. They gonna believe it anyway, ain't?
Since we touched on it before, can we get an update on where you're at with the lawsuit?
I said, where it's at? It's gonna be where it be. I can't really talk about that right now. I don't know what's going on. My lawyers, they just do their job, and I just.
But did you settle with D&G?
They settled. Yeah.
So that part is already resolved.
Yeah, and they actually went to the kid's estate. They got split up with his kid. So that's what people don't know. I don't get no money.
Yeah, everyone think that you got the money, but the money actually went to Duck kids.
And they can't get it till they 21 or 18 or however their estates is set up.
Oh, really? So the money, pretty much, no one got the money physically yet.
Oh.
But they will get it
when it's time for them to get it.
Why was it set up that way?
Because they minor kids of the estate.
Word.
It's
Right.
theirs. It's their daddy money. It's
I got you.
theirs.
I got you.
So, I mean, I just.
And then you're still legally fighting the other one with King Von Estate, correct? Like that's still ongoing.
Well, all the lawsuits is still ongoing.
There's
the
more than
census is still ongoing.
Yeah.
I'm just caught up in court shit. I don't know how long.
That's another
So,
thing
Crazy.
too, yo. That case is getting overturned, and it's fucked up that the federal government ain't putting her on point. They setting up for a massive. She gonna be crying on the internet soon. That case is getting overturned, man. Now I don't know if they coming home, but that sentence or that verdict, that shit getting overturned, yo. It was so much wrong with that trial, yo. For one, Butter and Trenches News lied on the stand. They lied. They both lied on the stand. You had a witness that went up there and felt like she was pressured. She testified to being pressured to identify Muwat. She said that on the stand. It's just so much wrong with that case. Old Black verdict. That's why they ain't been sentenced yet. It's so much wrong with that case, right? And it's not a situation where he's telling on Durk. Only person that probably could tell on Durk out that situation is Muwat. Durk ain't fuck with the rest of them boys, man. For them to have any information on Durk. Yeah, they pushing the false narrative because they don't want to accept reality. The reality is the case was garbage. They should have never been able to use that video to identify anybody. They shouldn't have been able to use Trenches News to identify anybody because they don't even know them niggas. They didn't have no case, yo. Like, that case was fucked up. It's a bitch. Like, for real, like, that case was fucked up, man. That's why they haven't been sentenced yet. The judge still haven't ruled on it. I think they're trying to wait till Durk case over with. I guarantee after whatever happened with Durk, we're going to get an update in the O Block shit. Watch. They just trying to hold them until they, you know, 'cause I don't think they want all them on the streets at the same time if they can prevent it. On some, you know, on some Chicago shit.
5 years later,
I
you're
don't
still
either.
dealing with it. No, that's not really resolved. I mean, obviously, you know who did it and everything, but the door isn't really closed on all the loose ends.
Have you received any money from
You know
Slot?
it.
Not a damn. Duck, I think Duck
Ooh, bitch.
sold that song
Get outta here.
to, well, Mandy did. I don't know how that shit go, but no, I do got the plaque though. They
Oh,
were
you did
nice
get the
enough
plaque.
to give me the plaque, you know, from it. So that's hanging in a while, and I put 6ix9ine head on the side of it. So, and you know it's a double bib. It look like a duck bib.
Yeah.
It's like it looked like two hats because he got like the duck bib, and I think that's why he gave it to me.
You got hyped when you saw that Josh had a Mighty Ducks jersey.
Yeah.
He's a hockey guy.
Yeah, I love that jersey. I'm gonna have to go get me one.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a member for only $5 a month. It really helps support us, and it also gives you early
Yeah,
access to all of our
that
content.
case is in doubt, man. And I've been saying that shit from the beginning. I couldn't believe they convicted him off of that. Like, yo, for one, it wasn't a RICO. You had a RICO requires hierarchy. The federal government brought people from O Block, the one O Block nigga. And he admitted that it wasn't no hierarchy. He admitted it on the stand. They asked him, where do you get guns? And he was like, oh shit, I get guns on my own. Where do you get drugs? I get drugs on my own. There wasn't no hierarchy for them to be charged in the fucking RICO. They listen to Trenches News where he say back in the day there was a hierarchy and you know they used to have meetings and shit like that, but that was back in the day. They had Trenches News testifying to Muwap identification and he ain't seen Muwap since he was fucking 12. I mean, like, yo, you can't positively identify somebody if you ain't seen them in 20 fucking years, 15 years, or 10, however many years it was. That case was a state case. But the reason they wasn't, like I've been saying from the beginning, the reason they wasn't able to charge them with state charges is because they didn't have no witnesses. There was no eyewitnesses because none of them old black boys told. There was no eyewitnesses that can positively identify them to anything. Yeah, but shoot the mama duck, man. She got to stop that shit. That shit's aggravating. So, have y'all seen Ebro and his co-host going back and forth? And this is a play right here too, y'all. This is not real.
What will you give your son? What you did for? Tell him I'll do something for him. Fuck me. Don't get my jacket.
Look, this how you can tell. So you can look at this video, right? When King Yeller put his hands on the desk, that's like the signal.
What will you give your son? What you did for? Tell him I'll do something for him. Fuck me. Don't get my jacket.
Look, see how as soon as he put his hands on the desk, they came running. That was the signal. I'm gonna put my hands on the desk and y'all come blitzing in. These niggas is wild. King Yeller a hoe. He a hoe ass nigga, man. Now he online talking about he don't want a job and I can't work a job and these niggas hoes, man.
No wrong with working a job. I'm just not working a job. I'm a known face. What I look like working a 9 to 5 game. King Yellow. That ain't me. I'm gonna figure it out in my lifestyle that I do and get it back. But ain't nothing wrong with driving trucks. Ain't nothing wrong with working. It's just something wrong for me to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for each his own. They say get money. They ain't say how to get money. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get some paper. You know what I'm saying? I've been down before. But in my lifestyle and the life that I live, I'll be back to getting money the way that I get money.
Then why the fuck you online crying then, nigga? You feel me? If that's your mentality, what the fuck is you online crying for? Bluffing ass nigga. I don't believe none of that shit. He could actually be broke, but that emotion not real. That emotion fake as a motherfucker. Just a fake ass, bluffing ass nigga.
It's weird though, cause you did the same thing with your son.
I did what with my son?
Put me on your page. You just say your son in jail right now because you he saw you do it, so now you doing same thing you doing. So you on the internet. I used to think about that, right? I'm like, damn, you say all this shit, but you just like that. You act like you don't even love your own son because you won't even take responsibility for what you did. You blaming everything else. You just blame Vaughn. You just blame everybody but blaming Yella. Right, you ain't blamed yourself not one time. What the fuck you gonna blame you?
Blame me for what?
But you influenced him.
I influenced who?
Your son. You think influenced him to do what he doing?
No, I ain't influenced him.
How you did?
Because he think he'll be the. First of all, he went the opposite way. Come on. Yeah, so how I influenced him?
It's the street. He went the opposite game, but he went the same direction. He went towards the streets.
Hey, listen. As a man, I listen. I brought Shorty out here and a new version of Yellow. He ain't even been around that type of shit. And when he was growing up, he still wasn't around it because he was too young. So whatever I was doing, what he saw it on the internet,
yeah, it's enough.
He ain't never saw it in real life.
Bro, stop.
It ain't like I was giving my son switches and giving a nigga track and giving him drugs and telling him to go trap.
He walked in with switches every day.
K1 got legal guns. He can do that.
Telling me your son wasn't a violent person.
But why you keep saying my son violent?
He was violent.
My son fighting the case right now. You trying to make my son look bad? They gonna watch this.
They're not watching this. They too busy worried about Durk. We talking about your son. We talking about your son and what you.
Are you trying to say my son to nobody?
No, you in there crying, so they know his case. Then you
they don't know his case. Who know his case? You still don't know that. You still don't know.
See, this the thing. This shit not real, but 607 don't. If this was real, he is giving them true bill. You know what I mean? Like, you can't blame nobody else but you, yo. You the father, bro. Like, even if your son is influenced by the music, yo, it's your job, yo, to make to get that shit under control, bro. And so blaming another person is crazy.
Hey, change it for robbery, assault, burglary, robbery, stealing cars, robbery, burglary.
You said all type of shit. You said all type of shit.
All those, you ain't know he did one.
You said all type of shit.
You ain't know he did one?
I ain't never saw my son do nothing.
Oh my God. Oh, black parents. Black parents are so in denial.
In denial of what?
crazy.
You capping, gang.
You know what's going on.
Hey,
you know what your son do, bro.
Stop
They
playing
told
with
me too many times.
My son
You acting like I don't know this.
Hey,
you
my
acting
son
like
ain't never
you
stole
up, you on lying and playing. You lying. He stole me plenty of times. Took my weed
My
plenty of
son
times.
took that shit. You sweet.
How?
He took
How?
it. You took it in your
You
face.
tell me he never took my weed.
He took it.
You tell me
Take it and steal it two different.
Yo, that's not taking, my nigga. That is fucking stealing, bro. If he took his weed without taking his weed, he stole it, bro. If he ain't say, look, yo, this black mine, I'm walking out the door with it, he stole it, my nigga. Y'all here raising the fucking thief. Fuck you, mate. Like, come on, bro. Like, these niggas is crazy.
Come on, guy. I didn't know he took it. He took it.
Did. You told him where it was at.
I told him.
And he took it.
I told him to go roll my weed. He took the fucking weed, and I told you about it.
Yeah,
You didn't do
y'all
shit
are
about it. You didn't say shit about it. You didn't
Why
do
you
shit
ain't
about
stand up? Ain't you a man?
it. Why your son?
Yeah, y'all the same size.
What they got to do with
My
anything?
son actually bigger than
What
you.
are you talking about, bro? What you talking about
Hey,
don't make
listen.
sense. I'm saying you need
My
to get up your
son's an honor roll student.
No,
man.
he not.
Yes, he is.
You lying. You cap.
You lying.
Cap.
Just
You
stop
cap.
talking about my son,
Cap.
bro.
I don't give a
Stop talking about my son,
What
bro.
you did for your son? What you did for him? Talk about him. Do something for him. What you mean? Go get him out of jail.
Like, you can tell it's fake because he ain't even hit him at all. Like, I'm just sick of these niggas, man. Like, why don't y'all just, audition for a movie or something? Like, to get a movie role. You can a Bo Deal in Chicago, he's doing great work. You feel me? Like, yo, get in one of the movies, man. Like, take this shit. Yo, we ain't got time for this, yo. We got real business to handle. Like, it's a lot going on that can be discussed. Some of you goofball ass niggas online creating controversy and shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't like these niggas. None of them. 607 Uncle or him. But, Ebro. Let's go to the real video. See what's going on. Ebro crashes out on co-host. Yeah, that's what it is out here making TV movies. Where's the whole video at? Now, I think this is real. What's the name of their platform, y'all? What's the name of Ebro platform? Is this it? And y'all, let me tell y'all something too, right? I don't like when you see people like Ebro and them so-called get fired, I don't think that's what actually is going on. I think a lot of these companies are like spreading their wings. So when you see somebody like Don Lemon get fired from CNN and he go to YouTube, or Sean Hannity get fired from Fox and he go to YouTube, I think a lot of these guys they need to spreading their message out. So we gonna have you on here, we gonna have you over here, and it's just a way to control the narrative. Now, once they go to YouTube, it allows them to speak more freely, but I think ultimately these people are still controlled. All right, so let's see what the fuck happened with this shit. Is this the platform right here? Their numbers is terrible. I don't know if this the platform. That's what this is. This their platform? Ebro, Laura Rosenberg show. Where the fuck is it? I don't see it. Was it done live? Was it a live episode? Yeah, here it go right here. Now, let's see what happened with this shit.
Ebro, Laura, Rosenberg, show.
Doesn't go back any farther.
Yeah, the oil I put on today was.
Why are we talking like we continually do this? I just did it with the whole Iran thing. Like, I remember when you thought you could listen to a representative
stance in the D.C. area. You know, they did things like gut USAID.
I was coaching my son's game.
Oh, here you go.
I was starting to feel crazy. Listen, the entire week.
So,
Yes, right? You think I'm gonna let my man get jumped?
now, yo, I don't think that these academics got treated by Charlemagne. Like, I know that's the narrative, yo, but I think these academics proved what he was trying to prove, and that Charlemagne is connected to Rock Nation. And I watched that whole interview. Like, I ain't get what everybody got from it. I didn't.
That's crazy. Let the rappers rap. Listen. No, it was bigger than that. Okay. Because a lot of people at that point, like, I know that feeling when niggas think you done, and niggas feel like it's okay to kick it back in. Okay, to be rocked up, and that's what's happening. You can look at people.
Finish him off forever.
Oh, he's referring to you, but go ahead. Yeah.
But how was that? I never on the internet, and his fans that don't understand things like well.
That's a good brand.
You know what I mean?
We represent those that don't understand.
Well, and it's because they're so caught up in fandom or they're so caught up in internet hype. Maybe they do understand. They just play like that on the internet or whatever. But the whole idea that, like, Drake lost the battle and then there was, and I'm sure there were media personalities that was like ready to finish him off forever.
Oh, he's referring to you, but go ahead. Yeah.
Well, how was that? I never took that stance, though.
I know you didn't, but I'm explaining the whole you doesn't understand anything.
I'm
He didn't understand. And this was interesting to see Charlemagne try to explain this, though I didn't think it needed an explanation.
But it clearly does.
Clearly does. Just because we sat here and were like, well, man, Drake, woo, that went bad. That was us piling on and saying, haha, good, we finally got him. That's how I believe he saw that as a man fan. That's the only way he was able to but that's when you said just there are media personalities, I'm chuckling because he was definitely referring to you and some others, but you among the most prominent.
I didn't think listen, I don't necessarily believe all the hype that I get in my algo that I'm the preeminent, like, Drake hater. I think
who else? Let me ask
I don't know. That's why I just left it alone at media personality. Maybe there's somebody else. I don't know.
I'm sure there are other people.
But I don't know. And I don't want to assume. But my point being is, when Iceman was ready, we all were ready and celebrated Iceman and was ready to listen to it and have a good time with it. Like,
doesn't matter.
No, I know what you're saying, but that's ridiculous. Like, and that's actually, that's why I found the conversation interesting.
Because the fact that Charlemagne had to explain, hey, you don't have to two academics, hey, you don't have to jump in and be on a side. You can just analyze the thing that happens and say, hey, he's going to be fine, on to the next thing.
Yeah, it's
and
just
he's
a rap
like,
battle.
And academics saw it as like, nah, that's my man.
I'm not going to let him bleed out on the floor.
And you thought I was crazy when I said at the Jay-Z show, I thought there were a couple times he was performing for me. Academics like, they're coming for my man. I got you. Like, what? That's how you saw. Now, listen, in the end, he was rewarded with a chain because he went that hard.
And he's in the Iceman rollout. He hosted the Iceman rollout.
Got to host the Iceman rollout.
So when and once again, I'll remind you guys, every accusation is a confession.
Right.
So when he's talking about, like, you know, people picking sides, he's the one picking sides.
Right.
He's talking about himself.
It's so obvious, but
because
so
you've picked a side, you're assuming everyone else has. Like, we were just watching a rap battle.
Yo. Exactly.
And in a battle where there's literally a conflict of some sort, you do pick a side, like teams. After that, you're like, all right. What I will say,
I just thought he wore the hat.
Being
nation. I thought that was academics talking
there
shit.
You go. This is the start.
I will say, I thought Charlemagne took a huge L in that I really never knew up until a clip hit my algorithm that he was legitimately, like, deep in with Rock Nation. I thought that was academics talking shit. I did not know that.
Well, look, this is what I will say.
I just thought he wore the hat.
Being invited, if you have money, being invited to make an investment in things is something that people with money do. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily in with a particular person because you made an investment.
I mean, it's pretty.
So, by him saying that, that lets us know that he's involved with some people as well. And it does mean that. It does mean that. I ain't, because for the most part, these people ain't even gonna let you in the business. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers ain't letting you in on their business. So, by him saying that, lets me know that he's behind the scenes tied in with some people that we don't know about. That's the only reason that you would defend Charlemagne in that situation, is if you doing some shit too with some people that you ain't made clear that y'all got some type of affiliation with. Because at the end of the day, if Jay-Z ain't fuck with Charlemagne on that level, yo, you're not getting into nothing. We don't need your money. I'd go get that shit from anybody except for you. So it does mean that. So let's move on from there.
No, not true. Listen, let me tell you, as someone who's never been in, it's in.
It is.
But you don't have money to invest.
That's not true. I mean, how do you know? How do you know what Charlemagne invested?
Well, because I haven't seen you invest in anything. So I don't know I don't know. But I'm just saying.
Ebro, I have money to invest in things. No one asked me to be a part of anything.
Well, then.
Because I'm not gonna roll over. They know I'm too much of a risk. I am seen as, I believe, a risk to be too close to people. Either that, or they just, at least I can be grateful that quietly people think I have nothing in my pocket. But what I'm saying is, don't say it's not nothing to be asked to be part of a group to invest. Of course that's something.
It is.
Well, no.
That's legitimately being down.
No, it's being in business with people, yes, but it's not being on someone's payroll. It's not necessarily being...
I'd have been like, so who you in business with? Ebro. Because obviously you're defending this. So it just lets me know that you are in business with some people that you ain't publicly disclosed. You know, who you got interest with, my nigga? That's what I'd ask this dumbass. That really pissed him off.
Right, payroll is him trying to take shots,
yeah.
But it is compromising. You are no longer an objective critic of.
No, I've definitely invested in things with people that I'm critical of other things that they're doing to their face. I don't like it. And
no. See, that's the issue. To their face. You understand what I'm saying? Who are these people, yo? Ebro, who you fucking with behind closed doors, bro? Got a couple Jews in your pocket or something? Yeah, man, a couple networks, a couple record execs. Who you fucking with, shorty? You know, because once you find out who some of these people fuck with, you'll know why they take some stances on certain issues that they take stances on.
Now, and even here on the show. And now I've never invested in music, but definitely products and definitely real estate things with people that I don't agree with, both politically, right, and personally.
Oh, so
absolutely. And it'll be a group of like 30 people.
I guess it depends on what the situation is, but that.
Oh, all right. So he's sellout ass nigga. Cause I'm not willing to do that, yo. Fuck that shit. Like, you know, I gotta say everybody different, but if I don't rock with your message, personally or politically, then we not putting no money together. We not getting no money together, bro. I don't want my money tied in with yours. So now I see why he's taking this stance, because he fucking with some shady people behind closed doors. Okay, it makes sense.
Could be still seen as compromised.
No,
you could choose not to be compromised.
Yeah, no, but I'm not saying it's people wouldn't view it that way.
Right.
I'm just saying that's not necessarily true if you are somebody that makes investments.
Sure, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But it also could be compromising.
It could be, depending on the person and depending on what your scruples are.
I think the whole thing's silly because what is happening that's that, like,
well, in that scenario,
what's that important that Charlemagne can't comment cleanly on Rock Nation? Like, this isn't about, you know, foreign governments. Like, so what? What's the big compromise?
And for that matter, right? If it's a legitimate investment. If I make a legitimate investment in something, and I put my money up, and there's documents signed, I can say what the fuck I want to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my money. I can say what the fuck I want to say. It's my...
Yo, it's crazy you just threw out you don't have money to invest in me. That was wild. Out of nowhere. You're like, you don't even have anything to invest in anything.
Well, because I haven't seen you invest in anything, so I didn't know if that's what you're doing with your money.
But that's still a crazy thing to throw at someone.
No, it's not.
You know, I mean, I know. I'm telling you, no one in that world. Your cool guy club in the industry, bro, I've never been in it.
Make a phone call.
I'll be honest. Part of me wants to be, and part of me is like, I don't like that crowd.
Well, then you got to make a decision.
I know,
if
that's
you
what I'm
want to
saying.
make investments with people making money, you got to make some relationships.
I think
So do you have money to invest or not? Because if you did, you would make a phone call and be like, yo, what are you guys working on?
You did it again. No, that's two separate things.
Let me tell y'all something. The reason this blew up so much, what it looked like, OC, what it is, my nigga. What's up, Nick? Babyface, what it do? This blew up, yo, because this was a conversation that they had behind closed doors. They've been in business for a long time. And I think that it sounds like that's a soft spot for Rosenberg. But it seems as though they have had these conversations in the past. Offline, personally, about investing. Now, and I think Ebro is aware that Rosenberg feels a certain type of way when it comes to this. And I don't think he appreciated him bringing it on the air. That's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like. That's the only way I can see this blowing up the way it did.
Having money to invest, and then there's, am I good? Either A, do I want to play those games with people, and am I good at playing with
I hear what you're saying, babyface, but I get it. I get it, but yo, some people do take their money out of. Yo, why the fuck is this shit going down? Hold on. Oh, all right. Yeah, I get it. I understand that, yo, but some people will take their money out of certain stocks when they find out certain information. That's why the stock market plummels. Like a stock will pummel if the CEO get caught in a scandal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it can go both ways. It can go both ways when it comes down to the stock market. But I think it's a little bit different when you talk about personally investing and, you know, like literally putting your money up. Like, we got this project, we trying to buy a fucking hotel, and it's right-wing activists that's putting up the bulk of the money, and they be like, yo, keep it G, yo, you want to put up your money with Chud the Builder? Like, man, fuck no. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying, yo, but the investment is guaranteed to make 60 million over 5 years. Man, fuck that 60 million and Chud the Builder, because I don't want my money associated nowhere to nothing he got going on, because I don't support him or his message. So I get what you're saying, yo, but the stock market pummel, yo, when certain people get exposed for certain things. And it pummeled because people were selling their stock, because they don't want nothing to do with it.
those games with people. I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I don't think I think I'm judgmental, and I can be like, I don't want to be a part of that crowd. You suck it up and hang around people you don't like to do those things. I don't think I can. I already have to.
You already do it.
I already have to do it, but I already do.
Ebro ain't like that. Cause that questions your character. He just showed that, yo, your character, you willing to sacrifice, bro. He basically called him a sellout. He basically called him a sellout. To say that you willing to do business with people that you don't fuck with necessarily, because it makes business sense. It's basically saying that, yo, you're a sellout, my nigga. So all this pro-black shit that you be on sometimes, and I think he Jewish too, y'all. Don't get, I could be wrong about that. But you ain't what you portraying on this internet.
You already do it. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but I can't do it
you
more.
You do it for work. You do it to hang out with wrestlers. You do it to do sports. You do it all day anyways. What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know.
You're just talking.
Do I have to do more of it, though?
If you want to make some money, what the fuck,
you
man?
You do have to choose where you want to
go.
Yeah,
but you have to do it always with people that you don't fuck with?
Who has the money?
Not always, unless you find...
So, yeah, this is a private conversation, y'all. That's why I blew up. Ebro then had a conversation with Rosenberg about him investing. Rosenberg then got on Ebro about some of his shady people that he's doing business with. And this conversation wasn't never supposed... I don't think this is a play. this conversation wasn't never supposed to make it on air. They probably decided this was a recent conversation. And that's why it took off the way it did. With the disrespect. I agree with Rosenberg, to be honest. What the fuck?
Find some people with money that you like.
But, you know.
I don't know.
Because how about this? That's why I said you don't have money to invest. Because you're not actively doing it.
But that's
not a slight. That's
feels like
you wouldn't be having this convo with me if you had money to invest. You would have been made phone calls, or you would have been hanging out with people that
why
you
do you
like.
not realize?
Because it makes it sound like Rosenberg's broke.
Yeah,
like,
bro, you sound like a dick. Shut the fuck up.
No, you sound like a dick.
No.
And if Rosenberg is broke, what the fuck does that say? Because y'all been doing business together for 30 fucking years. I don't think it's even wise to call your co-host of how many years they've been together. How many years has Ebro been working with Rosenberg?
Ebro and Rosenberg have been working together for nearly 20 years, since Ebro brought Rosenberg to Hot 97 in June of 2007. They've continued their partnership, even launching Ebro in the Morning in 2012.
Well, y'all working together for motherfucking like 20 years, bro. How you gonna call that man broke, man? That's crazy.
You don't.
No, you
sound
like
don't
an
realize
asshole.
The words you use.
No,
you're
you're
saying
like
I
an
don't
asshole.
have money
No,
because
no,
shut
no,
the fuck
No,
up.
you're a bitch.
No,
you're a
I'm
hoe.
not.
You know why? Let me tell you why you're a
being
hoe.
an
Let me tell you why you're a
Yeah,
hoe.
yo, this was a private conversation. Yo. This been a conversation between them two for probably 10 years out of the 20. I'm telling you, yo, that's why this blew up like this. Ebro don't like that he don't invest. Rosenberg don't like who Ebro invests with. Think it's fake. He think it's phony. Because he might notice some things that he invests in and then look at some of the things he says online and question his integrity. Like, hold up, yo. That's opposite of what the fuck you be doing behind closed doors. That's why this blew up like this, y'all.
Let me tell you why you're a hoe. Let me tell you why you're a hoe. Because you just called me a bitch for no reason.
No, it is for a reason.
No, it's not. It's because you're being a hoe because you don't know how to invest.
That's different.
You don't
so then
know.
say that. I listened to you about
Because you
shit like
don't
that.
have money to invest.
Yo, my man, what's wrong with you? We keep going.
You don't.
You keep saying the same.
You don't.
Yeah, definitely don't mean
But
you
you
broke.
don't know that. Stop.
And I'm gonna keep calling you a bitch if you keep saying that.
Listen, man.
Bro, stop.
Listen. If
Stop
you had money
saying
to
that.
invest. If you had money to invest. If you had money to invest.
Stop saying
you wouldn't
that.
be
Yo,
talking like
everybody
you're
not
talking right now.
yo, everybody just not into investing, yo. Like Ebro wrong. He did wrong on this one, yo. Like you can't just do that, yo. Like you can't just say that like Babyface said. Yo, you can't say he broke because he don't invest, yo. Like everybody, that's like with Vlad was coming at Boosie for his investments, or you know, saying that he need to invest in stocks and stop buying homes because they depreciate. Like, yo, people do what they want to do with their money, man.
No, it's because I don't understand the disrespect repeatedly, bro.
Because
and you're
you
wrong.
Sound nuts.
He is wrong.
That I said I don't know people.
No, that's not what he's mad about. He's not. See, yo, this the part people missing. Ebro is mad because Rosenberg questioned his integrity by saying you do business that people you don't fuck with, and I know this. He knows this personally. That's why Ebro is upset. Sometimes you gotta read between the lines, yo, to see what's really going on. I guarantee if you was to talk to Ebro and he was to be honest, that's what he'd tell you, man. But nobody's going to tell you that because nobody wants to, you know, admit that their integrity is in question. That's why he mad for real. Yo, one thing I learned about people, yo, when the conversation don't make sense, it's something that's really going on behind closed doors. You understand what I'm saying? That's not really the issue. You know, your girl would be, or your boyfriend would be beefing with you about something else, but they really think you cheating. But they don't want to come out and say you cheating. So they beef with you about leaving the toilet seat up. Or not taking out the trash. It's like, oh, you really caused this whole issue over not taking out the trash? No, that ain't the real issue. It's really because they went through your phone and found out that you was. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? It's the same type concept. Rosenberg questioned Ebro integrity on a live podcast. So he took a low blow and said that you ain't got no money to invest. That's why you don't invest. And that may be a soft spot for Rosenberg because these guys been around each other for 20 years, so they know what ticks the other person off.
No, you I don't know this crowd. No, like, well, you don't have money.
Crowd? There is no crowd. There's people that have money and you talk to them. That's it.
Both of you guys sound like dicks.
Just stop. But you just don't understand when you say things that are incredibly slighting. How do you not know that? It's like the Drake thing over and over again. You say shit and you go, why? I didn't. Bro, I'm not mad at you. You just kept saying, all I said was, the Rock Nation thing, I don't understand it. I don't know people like that. And you go, well, it's because you don't have money to invest. How in hip hop? How would that sound?
Because if you had money to invest, you would talk to people and say, hey, I got some money to invest. Who do you know that is something going on that would be interesting?
And bro,
because you already are around people that do this. That's the point.
But you keep saying it wrong intentionally.
Yeah,
why do you not know?
You just keep telling it.
And I'm sorry I called you a bitch. It's me trying to
invest. It's mean.
It's me, and it's me trying to. And I'm being now mean back to you because you're being an asshole. I don't think you're a bitch, but what you're doing is bitchy.
He could be a
bro,
bitch.
I have money. I invested in boring.
I mean, he could be. Man, we never know. We gotta know who he deals with behind closed doors. You know, he might classify as that. You know, I ain't gonna go as far as to say he ain't. You know, we don't know. Until he released these business deals that these guys he deals with that he don't necessarily agree with. He might be a bitch. You know, he might be, yo. The verdict is still out on that.
Places like Edward Jones. I don't call you and your friends. I don't know them. I don't know those people. They never treated me like that. That's it. You keep saying if you had money. No, I have money. I give it to random boring firms and I invested in little things. I wasn't raised to like, you have always had a DNA of, there's an opportunity, but I wasn't raised like that. I don't have that in me. My parents literally sat on a bank account and that's what I thought you do. Like you just stack money under a pillow and that's what you do. I did not know. So then you keep flipping it and saying,
that's how you know this is a private conversation, yo. That's how you know. He just got real personal right there. And Ebro knows this because they talked about it. They've been together for 20 years, man. They done discussed everything under the sun. From finances to fucking relationships to motherfucking shit. Entertainment, music, all that shit.
Money to invest. You don't understand why that's slighting?
No.
Ebro, stop.
You're willfully a dick.
Now you're being a dick on purpose.
No. And you call me a hoe, which I think is beyond bitch.
No, it's not. You're being a hoe. And a bitch.
No.
And a pussy about it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Everyone's telling you you're wrong. You're playing the role of me right now.
Yeah, he did.
You're being told by the people
He definitely
around.
took the first jab by questioning his integrity. He definitely did. Definitely did.
You're being a dick, and now you're being defensive and wrong.
Cause you ain't really supposed to do that. You ain't really supposed to do that to your friend on air. You know what I mean? That's why Ebro argument didn't make sense. Cause he had to respond, and only it seemed like the only thing that he could respond with is what he know hurts Rosenberg, and that's his inability, what he sees as an inability to properly invest. That's all this was, man. Misunderstanding. You know, some shit that they be doing behind closed doors that turn public. Yeah, for real, straight up. Yo, but Durk, yo, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'm so happy Durk made out, cause I was worried. Y'all know from the last couple videos, I was worried about this Durk situation, yo. When they hit you with that third superseding indictment, my message went from, man, he gonna beat that shit the case week, they ain't got nothing, to, man, he gotta get that shit tossed out. Fuck that. He got to get that shit tossed out, because I don't think, because now what people gotta understand is, right, that case, if it is a case, now goes back to the Southern District of Chicago, or the Eastern District of Illinois. You understand? That is no longer in California jurisdiction. The only way it was going to be in California jurisdiction is if they was able to fit it under this situation with Quanah Rondo and them and Lil Pep and all that shit. So them turning them new counts into a whole nother charge, it was like a huge win. Huge win for Durk, yo. And you can tell that all the defense attorneys were scrambling when they came down with this indictment due to, what the indictment entailed, like the Vicar, basically a RICO, and how hard RICO's is to beat, and how close they did it toward trial. Like, this was a dirty, dirty, dirty move by the federal government. And salute to the judge for not allowing it to happen. Straight up. Like, the judge seeing what was going on. Alvin said the judge even told the state that, the government that, y'all don't have a case in this California situation. I don't know how that's going to pan out going forward with that judge, because I don't know if he was, by law, you can make a statement like that. But, Durk made out like a bitch, man. For real. Yo made out like a motherfucker, man. And, Drew Rosenberg, Drew Finland and them discussed the trial. Drew Finland,
Okay, so look, we're gonna be very, very brief because, as our incredible colleague Christy O'Connor said, there's not a lot to actually say given the thoroughness of His Honor's analysis of everything that was filed. So the docket really speaks for itself. There was incredible filings and briefings done, and such a great job by Ms. O'Connor. And so we appreciate the fact that His Honor, is one of those days that makes it so rewarding to be a trial attorney when a judge takes everything that was submitted and goes through it so thoroughly and in such great detail. And so I'll ask you that was in the courtroom and that have read the filings to rely on His Honor's questions today and the points that he made. And as you, but most importantly, as our innocent client, Durk Banks, and I emphasize, our innocent client, Durk Banks, is waiting. We're looking forward to the close of business today when we get this order, so that we can see if we can be at this courthouse on August 20th of 2026 for the trial that we've been working on and preparing for 22 months. So we appreciate you all being here today, but we're super excited for His Honor's order to come out today, and we so appreciate the thoroughness that took place in that courtroom today. So with that being said, we're not going to do any questions, but we appreciate everybody that was here today. Thank you.
that was a huge win, yo. I'm telling you, all of these people, all of these lawyers involved, it can breathe a sigh of relief right now. For real. Because for one, the case is going to have to get postponed. And yo, you don't need no evidence in a RICO. That's why I don't even like the RICO charge, yo. You don't need no evidence. So Durk Favre actually spoke.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. I just left the courthouse for the hearing with my son today. It went well. Alhamdulillah. Everything went well. The judge favored us and moved in our favor today and granted our motion. Alhamdulillah, man. The prosecutor tried to bring them bogus charges.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks, Al. It definitely give the feds more time to investigate. But the thing is, on that charge alone, I don't know if that qualifies as Vicar. They're gonna have to try to find some more crimes on Durk. I ain't Jamaican. They're gonna have to try to put some more murders on Durk to fit under that statute. But the case effectively goes back to Chicago. Now, you got people saying, you know how people is. You know the names that's coming up that they trying to associate the Durk. But we ain't got no evidence of that, I ain't gonna repeat it on this platform. But like I told y'all yesterday, I think it's a lot of people that's gonna surprise us on this witness stand. It's gonna be some lot of people. It's gonna be some people that surprise us on this witness stand, man. For real. I'm trying to tell you. A lot of former OTF affiliates is under federal indictment right now. And y'all know how people be. You know what I mean? I think he got a good chance of beating this California case. Because if the California case was strong, y'all, they wouldn't have kept postponing it. Yo, one thing, look at Pooh Shiesty case. They not already picked the jury for that bitch. Yo, like yo, when they think they got you, I think he won too, Benji. When they think they got you, especially the federal government, man, they try to get you in and out 6 months, 8 months max. You heard me? In and out, get the jury picked, get you prosecuted, get you sentenced, get you gone. And man, on to the next. I know, y'all. I hope not either, y'all. Cause Durk's solid, yo. And it just hurt, yo, to see Durk go through that for being solid. You know what I mean? So much fake ass people out here in the world. You get a dude that really try to bring niggas up, and y'all niggas try to implicate him in the murder. Dirty motherfuckers. Dirty bastards. For real?
We're ready for trial now. So
John?
for their support, their prayers, everything that they're pouring out to us right here, friends and fans. So continue to pray for us. Continue to keep us in your dua. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Yo, Drew Finley and Brian Steele and Christy O'Connor and them, yo, they gonna put it. The federal government got a fight on their hands. For real. The federal government has a fight on their hands, man. He tried sending me the video that he paid Freckleface to give him $20K to make the video. This ain't what he said months ago. I just sent you the message, nigga. Nigga said you hot. So this is Rilo. This you talking to Rilo, bro? So he sent you the video of Freckleface Sean. That's crazy. I got over a year of messages, FaceTime, and voice calls of him saying the opposite. He been lying to all of us. That's why Jay said you pay him off. He dating. You hot. He's saying you hot. And from what you saying, he telling people the opposite. So Freckleface Sean been telling you he a rat. Is what I'm getting from this. So he paid. Yo, that's what Rilo did to 1090 Jake. Rilo has been paying people to clear his name. If y'all go back to that video when I first exposed Rilo for telling, 1090 Jake did the same exact video, damn near identical, but we came to two totally separate conclusions. His conclusion was Rilo wasn't a rat. Mine was he is a rat. So I'm like, how the fuck is we reading the same paperwork and you say that and I say this? I'm like, oh, Rilo paid your dumb ass. That's what the fuck happened. That's the only thing that could have happened. Because we read the same paperwork. You feel me? Like, 1090 Jake, we read the same paperwork, yo, but you cleared him, and I'm standing on the fact that he told. What's this? These some more messages right here? What's this right here? Oh, so this Freckleface Sean right here. What's up, Kay? So this you talking to Freckleface Sean? Lamar, you still in here? He must have left. Who is this? He debriefed on a lot of motherfuckers, LOL. Yeah, that rat nigga keep faking like he ain't tell. Try showing me that BS paperwork. What you have what you have a page of is an actual hearing from him and his new attorney. He corroborated with the feds. They had the hearing to seal all the information that he privately provided to them. When he had asked Joshua, the other attorney, who was in fact his weed plug. Remember, I told y'all he got asked Joshua disbarred. I just was showing y'all that the other day. Not this video, but the other day. He got asked Joshua disbarred, yo, for giving up his phone. Brian still only came in to get the profit seal, so no one can see who he told on. But they say in the hearing he corroborated with them on shootings, heroin, and other shit. Oh yeah, I know that boy. That boy John Doe had sent it to me 2 years ago. Yeah, John Doe sent it to me too. Facts. He talking about he tried to run a play and pay someone to take the case for him, and the feds don't even work like that. Once still proved the government knew his old attorney was his weed plug, then it was easy to get it sealed because it was a conflict of interest. Because Terrell, LOL, wasn't being 100% truthful because he couldn't he couldn't say Joshua was the plug. He even told on Joshua business partner too. Yeah, this is the shit I've been telling people for years, man. When anyone gives feds information, they're 100% going to fact check it. It's tapes of him saying things and shit that ain't on social media, LOL. But now isn't the time to put it out. Oh, shit.
I guess. Did Rollo go to that trial? Now, and he begged me to come up there to support him. And I
How the fuck I start this over?
come up there. Because I felt like this nigga was trying to put me in a trick bag. That nigga been lying to the whole world, bro. Like, bro, this shit crazy, bro. And I got 1,000 messages. He better not even complaining type of guy. He better shut the fuck up, because I swear to God I'll put this shit out there. He on that Justice League shit, I got that too.
Damn. That nigga gonna hella people paperwork.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm 100% broken hearted, bro. Like, a lot of niggas coming to me telling me that man was saying that shit. I would never believe in them. Like, I was like, man, ain't no one in the hell, ain't no real nigga just putting that shit on no nigga. First of all, I'm not even finna be talking, laughing, and smiling with no nigga that gave me 150 years. I don't give a fuck if my mama did it. I wouldn't never talk to her ass again. So, bro, this shit is lame as fuck. Like, I just seen this shit on my own eye. The nigga been around here stabbing nigga in the back. Nigga, you ain't ever seen me at your... He just went to trial. He trying to hide it from everybody. He was telling everybody that Rollo was finna come to trial and testify against him. Did Rollo go to that trial?
Well, now it's hard to find out who's telling on Freckle Face Sean. Outside, I mean, we see his own words right here. But a lot of the feds and sealed all his fucking paperwork. Look, but I tell you, he sold on Manny Jones. They made the attorney and Manny probably sign a non-disclosure. Manny Jones died, man. I told y'all been telling y'all the whole time what Rollo did, man. Outside of who he told on Atlanta. He got the lawyer disbarred and he got Manny Jones' book. But the fucked up thing about it is everybody interviews him and they don't ask him the real, it's like they don't want to expose him to be a rat. They keep dancing around this. Oh, I tried to get somebody to take the charge. Oh, that's not all you did, bro. When that shit didn't work, he gave up his cell phone, and it caused the fucking domino effect of everything. As Joshua got disbarred, Manny Jones got booked. Like, it's a lot that go with that Rollo shit, yo. That's why I don't understand why he keep playing and acting like he ain't did what he did, bro. You did what you did, stand on it. But the problem is, yo, these niggas, they want to tell in silence. They want to tell in silence and still come out here and act like everything is everything. Nah, bro, you know what you did, bro, behind them doors, bro. Stand on that shit. Stand on it. So he used the fact that Freckleface Sean was in jail and probably needed a couple of dollars to get Joe to get on that bitch and deny everything. Same shit he did with 1090J. Yo, well, money can't silence me, my nigga. You feel? I don't want your money. You can't give me no motherfucking 20, 30,000 to say you ain't told, nigga. You told, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Roughing ass, nigga. And it made me mad, yo, because I like Rallo, yo. I like what Rallo, represented, what he did, for his people. But even with all that being said, it seems like in certain parts of Atlanta, niggas giving niggas passes. So if niggas gonna give Gucci a pass, I'm talking about the rappers, not the streets. If the rappers gave him Gucci a pass, they need to give Rallo a pass too. But yeah, he definitely told. Most definitely. All right, let's get back to Durk. Clipboard saying the judge was trying to bring in the Chicago case because the case weak.
Way. Basically, the judge said outright, they said, so, you think you're going to lose the LA trial and that's why you've put in the Chicago trial? Just said it straight up, bold, stop saying the same thing. It was almost like cut the shit. He said, so you think you're going to lose the LA trial, that's why you're doing this? And I swear the courtroom laughed. It was almost like a moment of comic relief. Like everybody
but he can say that.
Courtroom was almost like finally like vindication. We're kind of hearing what we want to hear. And, a lot of people have been telling people what they want to hear on this case, but it was...
No, yeah, so the judge not going to get in trouble for that. He didn't make a definitive statement. He was asking a question. I thought he made a definitive statement like, yeah, you're going to lose this trial. That's why you brought. So he asked them that. And that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. All right, Durk and DD and Brown Eyes will be going to trial August 20th. Boogie motion to sever was denied, but his motion to continue the trial date was granted. He is not mentioned in the judge's order as going to trial in August. Assuming it's not a typo, he will have his own trial. That's good for Boogie. See, all the feds, they did the same thing in this case that they did in the fucking Chicago case. Ruined it. They ruined the Chicago case, being too aggressive. Look like that's the same thing they did in this case. Asa Houston was severed a few weeks ago. All right, so this was the motion filed in court. It say the court. Hold on, y'all see? It said the court held hearings on July 1st, 2026 and July 14th, 2026. The motion to sever counts is granted. Count 1 and 6 are severed from counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the third superseding indictment. Trial on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 will proceed on August 20th at 8:30 a.m. The court exercises its undoubted discretion for the reasons argued in the motions to sever counts and discussed at the hearing. In particular, the clarity of issues for the jurors in the Los Angeles trial outweighs the inconvenience to the second set of jurors in the Vicar trial. It has been and remains the court intentions that Los Angeles trial will include all admissible evidence that is not unduly prejudicial under Rule 403. Therefore, the government cannot be prejudiced by severance. The government chooses to withdraw evidence of the Chicago incident in the Los Angeles trial. For the reasons expressed in the prior order denying severance, the renewed motion to sever defendants is denied as to the Los Angeles trial on August 20th in 2026. In other words, defendant Banks, Wilson, and Lindsay will be tried together on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the third superseding indictment. Trial will proceed every day from Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. It is the intention of the court of employ a questionnaire for potential jurors. Counsel should meet and confer about the questions would be appropriate at a future hearing. The court will discuss with counsel the content of the questionnaire and precise procedure of using it with potential jurors. The court further notes that defendants have not been arraigned on the third superseding indictment. That arraignment should take place properly before a magistrate judge or at the next hearing before this court. So they haven't even been indicted on the third superseding indictment. They ain't even been arraigned. That's news. So this is what the judge told them in court. You've had months, over a year, to argue what you need to prove this case. You chose to exercise strategy and belatedly decided to bring this indictment. At one point, the judge told the government, you have yet to give me a good reason as to why I should not sever these counts, and I'm inviting you to do so. A few minutes later, the judge said, please try again and tell me concretely why I should not sever these counts. The judge articulated that the filing of the third indictment this close to trial is unfair to the defendants. And he questioned if the Chicago incident is so inextricably intertwined to the case, why the government didn't press him on it months ago when they first brought it up. I said the same thing. Yep. So that's about it on Durk, man. He made out, man. I'm happy for him. Because I was worried. I ain't gonna lie. Because I don't want to see Durk go down, man. I like Durk. Durk probably like my favorite rapper. But y'all know I gotta keep it real too. So if shit don't go right, if shit don't look right, I got to say it don't look right. I ain't on here trying to mislead people like some people. You know, some people just got bias or just bias to a certain side or certain to the government. I think a lot of these niggas working with the government. Me, I'm just gonna tell you what I see based off the paperwork, whether it's beneficial or not. And what the feds did was dirty, yo. Like, it was a dirty move. That normally they get away with it. Normally if this was somebody with less money to fight, they'd have got away with what they was trying to do to Durk. For real. They'd have got away with it. And then we'd just been another black man railroaded by the system, by a malicious prosecution. But good thing I ain't go that way, man. I think Durk got a very good chance in this Chicago case. Because, like, no matter who testifies, your credibility outweighs all. And I told y'all before, most snitches give multiple statements before they actually tell. So you gonna bring these guys with questionable histories and backgrounds of violence and paint them out to be like an old lady that just watched the crime down the street. A lot of times that shit don't work in court, and jurors can read right through that, especially when they under indictment and they know they got motive to lie. That's even part of the jury instructions when the case go to the jury. Like, you got to keep in mind that this person is under indictment. Keep that in mind when weighing, their testimony. This person is under indictment. And I told y'all, under indictment, people will say anything. I don't know. I don't know. It seems like they got a little bit more stronger cases against some of them other guys. But if this is a situation where, normally when you got multiple attorneys, it might be some things that Durk attorneys can bring in question that benefits the other defendants as well. But they all got paid attorneys too, and they might not be no slouches. So we just gotta see, it's gonna be a fight. It's definitely gonna be a fight, and I think we're gonna see the prosecution go low a lot. I think this trial is going to be similar to when it come down to like fairness and and the things that the prosecution is willing to do to secure a conviction. I think this is going to be similar to the YSL trial. Y'all remember how dirty the prosecution was in the YSL trial? I think this is going to be similar. It's going to be a lot of dirty, deceptive tactics. Evidence that's just being brought up that was never discussed. It's gonna be crazy, y'all, because the feds is trying hard to nail Durk to the motherfucking cross, man. For real. Man, fuck yeah, man. Shit, your life on the line, man, because he get found guilty if any of them counts is life minimum, mandatory. Like, they ain't even got no option. They bind by law. They give him life on damn near all them counts. So it's just, court coming fast. August 20th. Nigga definitely gonna be nervous in the morning. But y'all know what I say about opening statements. We'll be able to see it all. Opening statements will tell you, it'll give you a good understanding of what, you know, how this trial gonna go. I think the federal government is gonna be everywhere. I think if Jam is a witness, if he's the star witness, I don't trust him. I don't think the government trusts him. For real. That's why they was trying so hard to put this other shit in there. Cause I don't think they trust him, y'all. Cause he that type of person indecisive. Look at he indecisive. Them gangster rats are the worst. Them niggas be like Woody. I mean, they might get on the stand and recant everything. You feel me? You never know. You know. But I told you what my my strategy would be to just aggravate them, make them mad. You know, because you can make somebody mad and make them look uncredible. I don't know. We'll see how it go. Yeah, well, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure y'all share it live. It's another day of keeping you news. And I'm out.